look at our setting tonight.
Hey, Kevin.
Very dangerous indeed. David, thanks. The starters for the Portland Trailblazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3. And for the Bucks, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the 3, the small forward.
Boy, how about the effort and energy that time by Covington. Just worked his way right to the glass and got the follow-up basket.
Holiday finds DiVincenzo. Nurkic against Lopez. Shoots over Nurkic. Lopez, no luck. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. 2 points. That one goes. Well, something you'll love, Clark. We should see some terrific rebounding here in this one.
I love the glass eaters, Kevin. You know that was part of the strength of my game back in the day. Way back in the day. I mean, these teams are right at the top of the league when it comes to closing out stops with the defensive rebound. Glass eaters galore in this one.
Here's Powell. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
Giannis kicks to Holiday. Lopez right side. The kick out to Holiday. There's the pass to Antetokounmpo. Trying to get open is Lopez. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
Like that creativity down in the paint. Antetokounmpo showing you how crafty he can be scoring from there.
Down low. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. And it's the Bucks on the break. And so the ball's out of bounds. Powell touched it last. We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
And stolen by Lillard. And the dunk by Powell.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Here's DiVincenzo. Portland making their last shot. And now McCollum running the floor all by himself. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
And it's Giannis missing.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
Powell kicks to Nurkic. And a wide open look for McCollum. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark.
Boy, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
That one goes. Count it.
Middleton, known as a very capable jump shooter, and what makes him so is the great confidence he has in his stroke.
McCollum finds Lillard. 1:43 left here in the first quarter.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Dante DiVincenzo. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Jones checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for McCollum.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And the 22nd pick in 2015, Bobby Portis with a nice shooting touch.
And at the same time, not afraid to mix it up. Maybe to a fault. At times we've seen him get caught in the heat of the moment. You got to channel that competitive edge and stay strong mentally.
And that's an owner's manual possession to get them a good look there.
Looking at the last game for the Bucks, it was a loss to the Spurs in San Antonio. And Holiday kicks to Forbes. Back to Holiday. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Here's Tucker. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, I mean, he has to connect from there.
And it's Simons missing.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
There's 39 seconds left to play here in the first. And here are the Trailblazers. They're on a 14-6 run. On the basket by Jones.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes a team.
Now here's Jones. An 11-point game for him in the win against Houston. Anthony, the pass to Lillard. Cantor inside, guarded by Tucker, taken away by Holiday. And here comes Holiday, leading the fast break. That shot misses. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers going into the break with a 10-point lead. A terrific tempo and a great pace. When Damian Lillard's in the flow, there is no stopping him. And before the game, we talked.
I think in the past, anytime I got into a rhythm and had a big game, the next game I would be like, I don't want to come out and try to force it to happen again. You know.
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn, if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
They've got P.J. Tucker. He's out there with Bobby Portis, and it's Holiday in at the 1 spot. So that's who Milwaukee starts the second with. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Now we get a chance to check out some stats for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And some changes here for the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Bobby Portis. Chris Middleton comes in for Bryn Forbes. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Drew Holiday. And Portland with a change here too. McCollum's checked in for Damian Lillard. Here's McCollum. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Middleton can't get it to go. Trailblazers leading by 14. And McCollum the bucket on the assist by Anthony. And that's now 6 points for C.J. McCollum. Pass to Connaughton. Good, nice job down low.
Hey, and you know, really, Antetokounmpo could look to score every time, and sometimes that's necessary, but he's also good at recognizing when one of his teammates has a clean look.
McCollum against Middleton. Anthony. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Well, this game, a battle for playoff positioning. A lot, Clark, riding on the outcome.
No doubt about it. I mean, you've got 2 teams fighting for playoff positioning. You'll imagine and expect both teams to bring everything to this contest.
The Bucks making a switch here. Lopez is checked in. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Jones. And Norman Powell subbed in for Anthony Simons. Nurkic finds Powell. Shoots over DiVincenzo. The Trailblazers with a new shot clock. Powell, that's good. Powell's got 7.
A pretty simple solution to ending this run. It would just be getting back and actually playing some defense.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Pass to Nurkic. Powell against DiVincenzo. Lets it go with a 3. And the Trailblazers another 3. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Trailblazers.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing, defended by DiVincenzo. And here's McCollum for three. They grab their own miss. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete.
No question about it. He's very comfortable in the air. Dunks like that, no problem for him.
The three from McCollum. The rebound by the Bucks.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
That one drops for him.
And Antetokounmpo is an excellent penetrator. Moves as a man much smaller would. I mean, this guy's 7 feet tall with that kind of agility. Just finds ways to knife inside the lane and finish through contact. Really impressive.
To the paint. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points.
That's
so
good.
One free throw coming up.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. Bryn Forbes comes in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Drew Holiday in for Dante DiVincenzo. And a deep three from Lillard. Portland again missing. Bucks trail by 17. Holiday with it. Lillard picks him up. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Portis can't get it to go.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
And so it's Portland taking a 19-point lead into the break. They've been playing some ferocious defense. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
After one half of play, it's been a one-sided affair. Portland was looking great right away. They did it just the way it was drawn up in the lock. And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Bucks trail by 19. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the 5, roaming the paint.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Shot clock at 6. And it's Lillard missing.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide-open look in space there.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide-open man.
Here's Lillard. 6 points for him. From deep three-point range, the offensive rebound. Covington kicks to Lillard. It's deflected. And the dunk by Covington.
You know, in addition to being a fantastic shooter, Covington is also an incredible athlete. Somebody who looks to drop the hammer when he's free near the hoop.
Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. That's a 2 from Lillard. Lillard again missing.
Just 1 for 4 from the field, not the way they wanted to start the second half.
Holiday dishes to Giannis. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Now let's see how the Seeds look out east going into the playoffs. Look at Milwaukee. Right now they're locked into 3rd place in the conference, looking to get a high seed for the playoffs.
And I think for Milwaukee, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
They do have the pieces in place for a title run, but the competition in the playoffs will be stiff.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Enes Kanter's checked in for the Trailblazers. And Fernie Simons comes in for Lillard. McCollum passes to Simons. Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession.
And a moment here to look at some of the stats for Covington. 13th in blocks, and he's as opportunistic as anybody defensively, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in steals per game.
And trying to muscle up shots against him is tough. His body type makes it supremely difficult. Just a dominant rim protector all season. And Portland making a change here. Anthony's checked in, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession.
Blazers ball.
A quick check now, the 2K leaderboard and the league's best rebounders at the two-guard slot since the All-Star break. You take a look at DiVincenzo, one of the game's best, second in the league.
Well, it's not easy to do what these players have done in that area, strictly because of positioning. I mean, typically a two-guard, you're not in tight when a shot goes up, so competing for rebounds is that much more difficult.
And that's why it takes that unique combination of agility and instincts to make your way onto that list. Those guys have a terrific balance of the physical and mental aspects of the game.
And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. A different look for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. Pat Connaughton comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And a switch here also for Portland. Jones is checked in. They get it back. Kicks it out to McCollum. Here's Simons, guarded by Holiday. Out to the right wing. Kanter, the pass to Anthony. Up again, and Kanter able to finish.
And look at it, a significant portion of their offense coming on those second chance opportunities.
Yeah, they've played with more hunger. Very impressive with the effort they put on the glass. I like that tenacity.
He feeds it to McCollum. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Bucks trail by 21. Pass to Tucker. Over Anthony. They get the rebound. Portis lays it up and banks it in.
Got to box out on the boards. When you don't, that's what happens.
Portland's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Here's Simons, guarded by Holiday. Looking to get back on track here. And McCollum with the layup. McCollum's got 8.
If there's a weakness in your defense, McCollum will find it. Reads the floor exceptionally well.
Kanter against Portis. Poke loose, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Portis. Giannis comes in for P.J. Tucker. Chris Middleton's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Bryn Forbes. Damian Lillard, he's checked in for the Trailblazers.
Yeah, credit Holiday for getting to the line on that one. With his quickness and length, I'd like to see him do that more often.
All three throws good from Drew Holiday. Trailblazers leading by 19. Lillard outside. With the putback. And Kanter able to finish. Kanter's got 4 this quarter.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
The play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
Three-pointer Lillard, and he's good on the 3-ball.
Well, 1 make in 6 attempts. I think it's fair to say he's had a rough start to this quarter.
Right block shot. Here's Giannis. That was a strong dunk.
And when the Greek Freak takes flight, I mean, he's looking to tear that rim apart. So ferocious in his throwdowns.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Puts it up from 17. Lillard misses.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
You know, when Antetokounmpo puts his head down, man, it is a really terrifying sight for the defense when this guy's coming at you, all limbs and arms and size and ball skills. Usually you just end up hacking away at him to stop him from getting to the hoop.
And both free throws good for Giannis. Now Lillard. That shot is off. And so it's Portland closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Lopez in at the 5 down low. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Rager, the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you played for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
Holiday against Lillard. From the top of the key. Offensive rebound.
Controlling the defensive glass has been a problem here tonight.
Big difference in second chance points, and that makes it tough.
Antetokounmpo passes to Lopez. And Lopez throws it down.
The big fella with the big finish. Lopez rocking that rim.
Inside, it's tipped and stolen by DiVincenzo. Throws it up high.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
Boy, there's not much defense available once a steal is made. That's the best time to attack on the break.
Lillard outside. He dishes it to Covington. Back to Lillard, just 5 to shoot. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
Left side, Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
They really scored most of their points, but he can't score them all, guys. He's going to have to get somebody else to step up.
Trailblazers leading by 16. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. And that one drops for him.
The natural offensive talent of Lillard gives him incredible flexibility. And, boy, he can strike at any time.
Middleton outside. Second shot opportunity, and that one drops. Giannis has got 4 points this quarter.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Lillard surveying the D. From deep. Lillard again missing. Bucks trail by 16. Here's Giannis, and Jones sends it back. Lillard with no one around. Again, the Trailblazers score.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
Antetokounmpo with the bucket.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Nurkic, great positioning on the putback.
late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
He gets it in there.
And he's got it going now. And when he's in this kind of a zone, I think the D's happy to just get out of Antetokounmpo's way.
Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Milwaukee. McCollum's checked in for the Trailblazers. 1:32 left in the fourth quarter. Holiday, the pass to DiVincenzo. Over McCollum. A second chance effort. And he lays it up and in. Tucker's got his first basket of the night.
And, you know, that's the hustle and nose for the ball that P.J. Tucker possesses. You've got to get a body on him.
A putback, and Covington stays with it. And the Trailblazers lead by 16.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Trailblazers.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the boards.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And this will make it 41 victories for them on the year.
Well, at least they're going to salvage a game from the season series after losing the first two.
And I think it says a lot about them that they were able to salvage this game. When you drop the first two against a team, you can often get down on yourself. They overcame that mental roadblock and were impressive in doing so.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Damian Lillard.
He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come out and get steals and extra possessions for his team.
Kept alive. And Covington sends it back.
Covington's reach, the length of his arms really coming in handy when he goes up to block shots like that.
Lillard outside. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the...
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's... seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3 spot. And for Brooklyn, they've got Kyrie Irving. Green is out there with Jordan. Then it's Joe Harris, and it's KD in at the small forward position. Jordan can't get it to go. And here are the Trailblazers. It's a 3-point game. They traveled to Brooklyn last time they faced the Nets, and they came away with a win.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Yeah, and in that game, it turned into a massive scoring night. It wasn't so much about the game plan as it was establishing early confidence to get that win.
Terrific, talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus. And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Powell, no one around him. No good on the triple.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue. And you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Back to Jordan, and stolen by Lillard. Last break, here come the Trailblazers. And Durant sends it back.
Wow, the large wingspan of Durant on full display. What a block there.
How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile 1 block?
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Three-pointer, Lillard. That shot off the mark. So Brooklyn will take it the other way.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better. That's the kind of leader you can get behind.
And the wide open shot from Green. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Trailblazers leading by 5. Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
Irving passes to Jordan. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Off target at the rim.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possession.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
Durant, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
That's where Durant is making a living right now, a sensational jump shooter and a deadly release.
Lillard against Irving. Fires for 3. But they get it back. Powell kicks to Lillard. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
And Green gets it to go.
We all know how devastating Kyrie can be scoring the basketball, but very encouraging to see how he's trying to set up his teammates as a playmaker right here.
Lillard against Irving. Lillard attacking, and it's blocked by Jordan.
Give him a little credit. Take some guts to keep shooting if you're struggling this bad. It's getting a little bit ugly right now.
And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Trailblazers. Leading by 5.
If there's one end of the floor that DJ takes seriously, it's the defensive end, and he loves to get up and reject those shots.
Offensive rebound. Out to Harris. On the wing, Irving. Just 4 to shoot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Here's McCollum. Last game he had 28 points. The pass to Cantor. The baseline J.
Well, one advantage you have with Blake Griffin playing that spot on the floor is that he can defend well both inside the post and step out and do the same on the perimeter.
And recently, Kevin Durant discussed what they have.
I think we get a lot of teams' best shot in the first half.
And Greg, it's one of the great challenges of being one of the teams to beat.
But that's the difference with a superstar like Durant. He can give you elite play from start to finish. Lesser guys can do that only in spurts.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then it's Jones. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the 1. Got a piece of it. Here's Simons. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Brown outside. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Here's Simons, covered by Irving. Jones, the pass to Simons. McCollum outside. Shot clock at 5. Gets a hand on it, and Kanter able to finish.
One of the game's very best offensive rebounders, Kanter also has the wherewithal to quickly convert for the score.
Outside Irving. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And now here comes Jones leading the break. Brooklyn with the rebound. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
And you gotta love a team that can maintain its composure on the road. Take good shots and knock them down with confidence.
Well, awesome to see in that last game how the motion in their offense didn't stop because they were in some hostile territory.
And let's see how the Seeds look out west going into the playoffs. You take a look at the Trailblazers. Right now, the 6th best record in the conference, looking to hold on to playoff position and finish the regular season strong.
And for the Trailblazers, they've moved toward the postseason with one of the best records in the league. Safe to say, this is not where most people thought they'd be at this stage of the year.
Well, if they're a stock, I'm buying. They faced down every challenge in front of them this season and have turned into a team that has to be considered a major playoff threat.
And Nicholas Claxton gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And Brooklyn making a change here. Durant's checked in. Here's Simons.
Mid-range, plenty of room for that release. He's going to take those all day long.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Durant down low. The shot from 20 feet away. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Claxton the pass to Luau. Now the feed to Griffin. Shoots over Kanter. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Trailblazers leading by 8. Here's Powell. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And so it's Durant with it. They'll bring it up for Brooklyn. The alley-oop layup, very well done. It seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. Terrific, terrific player.
3 terrific kids, you're right. Some changes for Brooklyn. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Griffin. Green comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And Joe Harris is subbed in for Luawu. And then for the Trailblazers, Nurkic checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Jones. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Powell. Here's Brown. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Now that's excellent. Get the ball down deep inside and cash in on a simple basket.
Harris against Lillard. Passes it to Simons. Back to Lillard. KD with it. Now Covington defending. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Anthony with the block.
How about Melo rising up quick to that one there? Nice shot clock.
The Nets shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. The first free throw is good. McCollum's checked in for Anthony Simons. And Brown drops them both. For Portland, they won their last contest, that game against the Rockets. Lillard surveying the D. Pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard from past the arc. Rebounded by the Nets. Jordan's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a... That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. And so it's Brooklyn with it, trailing by 4. Green is out there with Durant. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Harris in at the 2 spot. So that's the Nets 5. Outside for Durant. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. An outstanding defensive play to earn the mobile 1 block.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
And it's Lillard missing.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Durant. Lillard against Durant. Shoots the 3. Rebounded by the Nets.
Not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots. Not the wild one he took there.
And stolen by Lillard. It's stolen by Green. Chalk up 2 there.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Harris against McCollum. Pass to Lillard. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. To the middle, Covington, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
First trip to the line for him here. And both free throws good for Covington. Brooklyn trailing. Irving with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Harris's shot is off. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. He's off on that one. Good D by Jordan. Cullen passes to Covington, and it's good. 2 points.
Well, there it is. 0 of 3 to start the half, and finally something finds its way through the net.
So for the Nets, Blake Griffin, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Green, and it's Luwawu Cabarro in for Durant. Enes Kanter's checked in for the Trailblazers. Derek Jones comes in for McCollum. Harris against Powell. Now here is Harris. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game.
Yeah, check out the hops on Blake Griffin. Just one of those lethal alley-oop threats in the NBA. Okay? And he has not made one shot in this one. Has to be on his mind every time he's pulling up.
In the corner, Irving with it. Griffin trying to get open, and it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Kyrie Irving.
So clever. He finds different ways to probe inside, and Kyrie with a great finish.
Lillard dishes to Powell. Stripped it away. For the lead, Irving drives in, and they take the lead. Irving's got the lead up to 1 now for Brooklyn.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Irving against Lillard. The pass to Powell. To the inside. 6 on the shot clock.
Great to see Griffin going hard on the defensive end. Rejections like that are crucial to his development. And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
Passes it to Luwawu. The shot's good. Now it's a 3-point Nets lead.
Well, defensively, they've been flat in this second half. A very different type of team than we saw in the first.
Lillard. They can't stop the run with that one.
Yeah, pretty safe to say that this is the kind of game that you just want to flush as soon as you get done with it. A struggle for him tonight, but if they can make this lead hold up, they can just chalk this up as one of those nights.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
And goaltending is going to be the call, so they get the basket there anyway.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Brown, he's checked in for the Nets. Portland also making some changes. Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for Norman Powell. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. The Trailblazers shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Griffin. Green comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And Durant subbed in for Harris. Portland also making some changes. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Kanter. And McCollum subbed in for Derek Jones. Goes up again. And he overshot that one, missing. Portland's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Lillard with the bucket.
Always an appreciation for Lillard and his build, just how rugged he is, along with that fearlessness.
KD on the wing. Lets it fly from 18. And the basket is good. Durant's got 8 points.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Anthony. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Third quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a tie. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, Anthony out there with Nurkic. Then there's McCollum. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the point. And on the way from Irving for three. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, DeAndre Jordan dominates this game on both ends around the glass.
Here's Simons, defended by Durant, tipped away. Nurkic, the pass to Anthony. And it's Anthony with the jam.
Melo showing that he's still got it down there, gets enough space to get up and get to the rim.
Irving attacking. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
He was sitting back a little bit there in the first half, but feels like showtime now, and he's ready to put some major points up on the board.
Here's McCollum. It's hauled in by Brown.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
No one near him. And that one hits back iron.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
And he gets the whistle. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And it's Anthony at the elbow. Rebound, Brooklyn. Jordan's got rebound number 15 here tonight. Here's Brown, and Brown throws it down.
Of course, Kevin Durant, one of the game's greatest scorers of all time, but his ability within this offense to make plays, elevating the team.
Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Out of bounds, Portland takes possession.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
Harris is checked in for Brown. And then for the Trailblazers, Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Anthony Simons. Here's Covington. Moves back up. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Nets leading by 3. And here is Irving. Lobs it up for Jordan. Irving. It's good on the putback.
Kyrie coming alive. He does that at this stage of the game.
1:49 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Lillard against Irving. And Lillard kicks to Kanter. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Nets. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Outside Durant. Just 5 on the clock. It's good.
Deadly. From every spot on the court, Durant is both prolific and relentless.
Irving against Lillard. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
He has that ability, elevates his game in the clutch time. It's Lillard time. He's on point.
Nets leading by 4. Now Irving. Harris outside. There's 57 seconds left to play in the final quarter. For Portland, they've gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch.
Oh, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Outside Harris. Dishes it to Green. Money!
Really good work on the interior. That is a critical 2 points there. That was an ideal scenario really for him. Point-blank range and also a size advantage.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
Irving against Lillard, and Lillard is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Here's Irving. Down low. Jordan the pass to Harris. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. They didn't make it easy. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Lopez in at the 5, roaming the paint. And looking at the Nets, we've got Green. Kyrie Irving is out there with Joe Harris. And it's Durant. And it's Jordan in at the center, filling out the middle. Outside Irving. Pass to Harris. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That 3 off the mark. Fast break, Milwaukee. Here's Giannis. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. And this should be a fun one because of the pace these two teams play outdoors. It's all about up-tempo basketball.
Kev, I'll be surprised if a shot clock gets below 10 even once tonight. That's how fast both of these teams play. And consider this. In the NBA, across the entire 30 teams, your best field goal percentage always comes in the first 8 seconds of the shot clock. This should be tremendous. Boy, Joe Harris refusing to give an inch, and he is rewarded with a trip to the free throw line. Nicely done.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line. Here's Giannis. And it's sent back by KD. Harris against Middleton. Harris dishes to Green. Middleton against Harris. And he banks in the layup.
Well, you put it away inside. Harris known for his distance shooting, but you love to see him willing to get inside and make easy ones.
Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo.
You know, outstanding start. You've made 3 of your first 4.
And so it's Irving. He brings it up for Brooklyn. It's a 3-point game. On the wing, Green. He feeds it to Durant. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Well, you see how hard Kevin Durant works to set up that shot. You've got to be able to use the screen and get to the cup.
Bucks passing it around. Kicks it down to Middleton. Giannis inside. He's covered by Irving. And here is Jordan. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. For 3, Harris. It's not going to go for him. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Giannis has got 6.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
Irving against Holiday. Irving looking for an opening. Pass to Harris. Lobs it up for Jordan. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
DeAndre Jordan simply a force around the cup. This guy has rare athleticism.
Giannis against Green. The kick out to Holiday. Passes to DiVincenzo. Lopez inside. He's against Jordan. Here's Middleton. Count that one.
You know this. If you're open, you can count on Brook Lopez to find you. He uses his height to spot open teammates.
And it's Jordan to top the key. And there's the 3-second call. This one on the defense. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And no good on the technical, so unable to pick that one up. And a new group in for the Nets. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Green. Luwawu is checked in for Kevin Durant. And it's Bruce Brown in for Joe Harris. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Holiday, the pass to Connaughton. Now here's Tucker. Inside. Puts it up from 12. The rebound by Luwawu.
Boy, what a job defensively. You couldn't play that any better.
To the middle. Stolen by Tucker. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Connaughton passes to Portis. Here's Luwawu. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. And on the way from Irving for 3. Milwaukee with the rebound. Now the pass to Connaughton from deep. Tie game in Brooklyn. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. Earlier on, we ran into Bobby Portis, who explained the origin of...
I think the underdog story, started when I was a kid. Always been a guy that's always been picked second, even though I had,
And Greg Klein, with a chip on his shoulder, has served Portis well.
Some guys try to block out the haters. Portis uses it as fuel to keep achieving more.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
We've got Brown. He's out there with Kyrie Irving. Griffin is out there with Luwawu. And it's Claxton in at the 4. That's the Nets' 5 as we get into the second quarter. Brown feeling it out a bit. Claxton the pass to Griffin. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Pass to Forbes. The 11-footer. The rebound by Luwawu. Looking at the last game for the Bucks, it was a loss to the San Antonio Spurs. Brown. Great D that time from Portis.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Milwaukee making a switch here. Middleton's checked in. And Forbes kicks to Connaughton. Pass to Tucker. A rebound by the Nets. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Well, they knew exactly how to approach that defense. They shot a fantastic percentage because they got quality looks.
Here is Forbes. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. A shot that time, not on target.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Irving up top, defended by Portis. Irving passes to Griffin. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Griffin's got the lead up to 4 now for the Nets.
You love the leadership of Kyrie Irving from the lead guard position. Yes, he's looking to score, but he's adept at finding the open teammate.
Here's Forbes. Offensive rebound, Bucks. Kicks it down to Middleton, and stolen by Kyrie Irving. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. And good that time. Now it's a 6-point Nets lead.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Bucks passing it around, right wing, and stolen by Kyrie Irving. We've got 1:55 left in the first half of basketball. Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. Ben Simmons, a player at 6'10" with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. And how about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy They say 6'1", I don't know, but he gets into you and competes, man, and that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys, there are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great players. Irving with it, coming off 31 points last game. Six to shoot. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. That shot by Griffin, no good.
Cannot believe he missed that one. Ooh, I'm sure he can't either.
Middleton the pass to Portis. Here is Forbes. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Jordan, he's checked in for Griffin. Green comes in for Nicholas Claxton. Durant's checked in for Luwawu Cabarrot. And Harris subbed in for Kyrie Irving. "12 seconds left in the first half of the game. Here's Durant. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. And the Nets lead by 7.
Well, those jumpers, they might as well be layups for Kevin Durant. That's his comfort zone.
Here's Jordan. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Jordan's got his second bucket of the night.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And so it's Brooklyn, ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, we know he's a magician on the court. Kenny, has there ever been anyone better than him? And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to be...
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Blake Griffin really making a difference here.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
It felt like his work on the interior really gave this offense a boost. Let's see if he can dominate the rest of the way.
Setting the floor for the Bucks. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the 3 slot. And that one falls for Middleton.
And really, from second-round pick to all-star, Middleton's story inspirational. Yet even now, it feels like some people continue to sleep on him. And that's another area where he is just a superb player, excellent at the free throw line. And beginning to take charge of this game. This could be a crucial point.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
Irving with the ball. He's picked up by Lopez, and he makes that one. Irving's got the lead up to 11 now for the Nets.
But what a wizard Kyrie is in the open floor. Utilizes his speed to help create open shots in transition. That's beautiful.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. Harris's shot is off. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. The rebound by Jeff Green. Nets leading by 9. In transition, here come the Nets. Harris outside. Jeff Green on the wing. 5 to shoot. Lobs it up for Jordan. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Durant against Giannis. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Kevin Durant.
Maybe the most highly skilled big man in our league. Giannis is also one of the most frequently fouled bigs in our game.
Greg, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation or one of the best. And I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys,
yes,
they're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Giannis up top. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And we talk about Antetokounmpo's all-around skills, and tonight it's been about the scoring. He's put this offense on his back.
Outside, Green. Pops it up for Jordan. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far. I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Probably the most important thing is they regroup. They worked out some of their frustrations, and now they're starting to have some fun.
And the dunk by Jordan.
Jordan's confidence has just grown over the course of his career. DeAndre, for much of it, averaged less than 5 points per game, especially those first couple of years. Look at him now.
And the dunk by Lopez.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, GA, he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Here's Holiday. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Durant with it. He's picked up by Lopez. Good on the bucket.
Well, we know he's got takeover ability, and Kevin Durant is cooking right now.
To the paint. Here's Giannis. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And after attempting no free throws in the first half, now he's putting the defense back on its heels.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Green, and it's Brown in for Harris. The Bucks also changing it up. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Drew Holiday. A nice shot by Katie.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. DiVincenzo can't hit it.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Here's Claxton. Second chance shot. Griffin passes to Claxton. He kicks it to Brown. 4 on the shot clock. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Head coach Mike Budenholzer is mic'd up along the sideline. Let's check it out.
Stop. Let's play out of motion.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Brown out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Durant. Then there's Griffin. And it's Claxton in at the 4 slot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Outside Irving. 5 on the clock. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Bucks trail by 8. The drive by Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
Irving against Holiday. Here's Claxton. Feeds it to KD. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
Well, we know Kevin Durant can score from all 3 levels. That one, a chippy for him.
And Giannis throws it down.
Wow, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Holiday against Irving. To the middle. And Griffin with the score. The assist by Irving. Irving's got his 7th assist in the game.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And that move has become second nature for Giannis. Once he establishes position, game over.
Passes it to Claxton. Oh, Griffin in position and stolen by Portis. Giannis left side, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm. Well, when you've been struggling as he has, you love that your teammates have really stepped up and taken the challenge.
And now this game's taken on a whole new feel since halftime.
What energy we're seeing. Something has lit a fire under both of these teams.
Irving with the ball. Picked up by Portis. The drive by Giannis. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
They came close there to tying it up.
Oh, he had it in his sights. He wanted it. That bucket would have been huge. How about the timing? Can be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Just simply overpowers the defense. Giannis flexing the muscles he's added to that near 7-foot frame.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Jordan, he's checked in for Griffin. Green comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And Harris subbed in for Bruce Brown. Milwaukee also making some changes. Antetokounmpo comes in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And Harris wide open. He shoots, and he's way off from outside. And even 3-on-3 break to take the lead. Count the basket and the foul. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
And they have scraped and clawed to get back into this thing. Just chipping away little by little and finally now taking the lead.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter. Elbow shot. That shot no good. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. Here's Antetokounmpo. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got his 4th assist in this one. 1:22 left in the 4th quarter. Irving against Holiday to end the run. The rebound by Holiday.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Nice defense from KD. And so it's KD with it. He brings up the ball for Brooklyn. Portis trying to free himself. Count! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Antetokounmpo. It drops. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. Have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. You're double-checking, and the game continues on.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, DJ with the fearless opportunity, boy. What a shot.
And Milwaukee has possession. The lead is 2. Holiday against Irving. Holiday, the pass to Giannis. Left side, Portis. Hands with the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. Shot clock at 2. There's Portis. Oh, wow. Unable to get a shot off in time, and they turn it over. A very unfortunate time there to pick up the shot clock violation. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're down by 2. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And they've got plenty of time to get a basket.
Well, they've got to be aggressive, guys, because the defense doesn't want to foul here.
And here's KD for 3. Can't get the 3 to fall.
Absolutely fearless. DJ, go to work.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. It's good!
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for... taking on the Bucks for the Portland Trail Blazers. They've been aggressive, and they've been good. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for a moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Bucks. On Tuesday, they'll go back home and will be hosting the Orlando Magic. And then on Thursday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Indiana, going up against the Pacers.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Lopez in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in its center. It's McCollum with the drive. Nurkic can't hit. Middleton outside. Right side Holiday. Giannis kicks to DiVincenzo. Bucks passing it around. Pocket 6. And to Antetokounmpo. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. We should see a lot of three-point attempts tonight. You played with some of the great shooters in your career, Chris. How would some of them fare in this three-point era?
Oh, man, I mean, you talk about it. Peja Stojakovic won the three-point championship. Chris Mullin, he was an awesome three-point shooter. My man Bobby Jackson, he would let it fly. Tracy Murray, oh my goodness. Tim Legler, they would let it fly. So I was blessed to play with some great three-point shooters. What's up, fellas? I'd pick any of them in a three-point contest.
And the rebound by Nurkic.
Look, they say there are no easy finishes in the NBA, but that should be easy.
McCollum, no good. The Bucks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Holiday, and it's blocked. Lillard against DiVincenzo. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
What you love about Lillard is his drive. He wants to keep improving. He's a super competitive player.
And both free throws good for Damian Lillard.
Oh, he's never rattled at the strike. Always has that nice soft touch on his free throws.
Holiday finds Giannis. And Giannis throws it down.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
Lillard scanning the floor. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Lillard's got 7 points in the game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you have to bring much faster help than that.
And Covington gets it to go on the assist by Lillard.
That's how to make things look easy for a teammate. I mean, you make passes like that one from Lillard, crazy.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Robert Covington picks one up.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
The Bucks have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And what I like about Lopez is his throwback game. He's most dangerous when he's operating close to the basket.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Cantor, he's checked in for Nurkic. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Jones checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for C.J. McCollum. Count it, good.
Entering the NBA, I knew he needed to develop his mid-range game. He did it, and it's opened things up for him.
Holiday, the pass to Tucker. The kick out to Holiday. Pass to Middleton. The shot. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
Well, nowadays, the three-point shot is huge. They were on fire from outside.
A different look for Milwaukee. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. Pat Connaughton comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. The pass to Forbes. From deep three-point range, Milwaukee, no good that time either.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again. You know, Anthony's getting more floor time last season. He worked his way into the Blazers' rotation. He's still young, though. It seems like he can carve a roll out on this team.
Cantor dishes to Jones. Back to Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
Oh, man, what a slam by Cantor. His size lets him make easy work of those big plays in the paint.
Here's Tucker. Here's Portis to stop the run. Tucker can't get it to go. Trailblazers leading by 9. Anthony up on top. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Bucks shooting an alarming 21% to get things going here. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here is Forbes, covered by Lillard. Takes a 3. And Cantor pulls it down. Here's Simons. Lillard with no one around. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And we'll be back with you shortly. Greg, we know many guys in the NBA have range, but Damian Lillard's range, wow. He discusses with us his deep, deep shot.
When I'm training in the summer, before practice, after practice, pregame, these are the shots that I'm taking. And I think when you spend so much time doing it, it becomes a...
The team seems to support, Greg, that philosophy 100%.
The game has changed. Some guys would rather take a few steps back to get a cleaner look. Lillard being one of them.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, how many coaches say we want to start fast? Now let's see if they can maintain that intensity.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for the Bucks, Chris Middleton is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then there's Bobby Portis, and it's Forbes in at the 1 spot, and it's good for 2.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Here's Forbes. That shot is off. And the Trailblazers going the other way. It's off to Utah for him after this game as they take on the Jazz. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
I mean, I flat out. I mean, I thought they looked overmatched. I mean, I thought they lacked aggressiveness and heart out there.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Jones. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Anthony Simons.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
Giannis passes to Middleton. Nurkic with the steal. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are two guys that still are very reliable.
Bucks trail by 17. Antetokounmpo with the ball. Now Anthony defending. Antetokounmpo kicks to Middleton. Pass to DiVincenzo. Lopez inside, working on Nurkic, and Lopez gets it to go.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by the Trailblazers.
McCollum against Holiday. Here's Nurkic, kicks it out to McCollum. Off target from three-point range.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's DiVincenzo. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. DiVincenzo's got his first bucket in this one. Anthony dishes to Nurkic and finished off by Nurkic.
Rising off the ground with such intensity. When Nurkic is this close, he wants to slam it down. Melo made his way back into the league last season. He was immediately a heavy minutes player for the Blazers. Looked good as a third scoring option for the team.
Covington with the steal. And now Portland on the break. Anthony finds Powell, plays it up and banks it in. Powell's got 6.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And with Melo not having to bear so much of the scoring load, I think was good for him.
Yeah, especially since he took about a year off from playing. Melo had to take a long look in the mirror about how he can help teams win during his absence. But he clearly has something left to offer.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Just simply overpowers the defense. Giannis flexing the muscles he's added to that near 7-foot frame.
So for the Trailblazers, Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Jones comes in for Anthony. And it's Damian Lillard in for Powell. The Bucks also changing it up. Portis comes in for Brook Lopez. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Chris Middleton. Lillard against Holiday. Pass to McCollum. Lillard against Holiday. Lillard attacking. 2 points. That one goes. 11 points in the game.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Antetokounmpo. And Jones sends it back. Here we go, one-on-one. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And look at how quickly Lillard leaps out of transition. He wants to run down the throat of the D, burn him in the open floor.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take a different look for Milwaukee. P.J. Tucker comes in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And a deep three from Lillard. A rebound by the Bucks. Tucker's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Forbes. Here's Connaughton. An easy 2 points on the layup. Connaughton's got his first points of the night.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Oh, it's simple. When you fail to put a body on someone, you're inviting a breakdown on the defensive glass.
And an excellent defender. The way Holiday disrupts and stays active and engaged on this end, outstanding.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what a show being put on here for the home fans. Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He had 13 points and 1 rebound. It's been quite a night. And now with the second half about to get underway, let's
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And this helps build chemistry. Lopez looking to share the ball wherever he can.
Lillard attacking to the inside. Nurkic the pass to Lillard. And the rejection by Giannis. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard. Bucks trail by 14. Here's Giannis. At basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
He's been fantastic, but he can't do it all by himself. Some of the other guys need to lighten the load and step up.
And Lillard gets double teamed and wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And so it's Milwaukee now. Antetokounmpo looking it over. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And the long strides of Antetokounmpo. Once he gets downhill, there's almost no stopping.
Lillard on top, Lopez covering, and foul on the shot. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
When Lopez plays hard inside, the defense has to act. We love when he's intense.
Simons, he's checked in for Portland. Lopez hits them both.
Oh, he's such a good free throw shooter. I mean, it frees him up to be as aggressive as he wants in the post.
Lillard from deep three-point land. That shot, no good. Now the Bucks take it the other way. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Anthony's checked in for Robert Covington. The Bucks have been excellent at the free throw line here today, a flawless 6 for 6.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
Simons surveying the D. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Puts it up from 15. Lillard with the bucket. Lillard's got 4 this quarter.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Giannis drives in. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint. The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
The coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy baskets like this.
Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Holiday finds Antetokounmpo. And the dunk by Giannis.
And we talk about Antetokounmpo's all-around skills, and tonight it's been about the scoring. He's put this offense on his back.
And it's Anthony with the jam.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Bucks passing it around, and Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
And after an abysmal
first half from the field. The shots now starting to fall.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Looks good, is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
Wow, his first triple of the second half gives him 2 on the night. He's not making much of an impact from deep.
Offensive rebound.
Hard work on the boards. A lot of competition for that one, but he's got the limp to be the first one, too.
And it goes down 2 points.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
Man, how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Rebounded by the Bucks. Here's Antetokounmpo. Nurkic with the block.
His coaches and teammates like this type of energy. Nurkic demonstrating that he could be an anchor on the defense.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game.
Passes it to Nurkic. DiVincenzo against Lillard. To the middle. And Anthony gets it to go on the assist by Lillard. Anthony's got 8 points here in this quarter.
It's no wonder why they're in front when you're taking into consideration that he's been perfect from the field so far.
And Giannis throws it down.
And how about the initiative there from Antetokounmpo? Excellent at seeing lanes to the basket and then just taking advantage.
It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Now here is Holiday. Not a lot of room. DiVincenzo finds Antetokounmpo. And the jump by Giannis.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. The pass to Simons. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Simons has got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement. Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
Lillard way outside. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. We'll return shortly. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session tomorrow.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the 4th quarter. Bobby Portis out there with P.J. Tucker. Then it's Holiday, and it's Connaughton in at the 3. From 18 feet away, they grab their own miss. Kanter finds Lillard. Jones for 3. That one no good. Pass to Lillard. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. Down low and stolen by Portis. Here we go with Holiday running it up the court. Here is Forbes. With the tip, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Tucker's got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for the Bucks.
Now there's the grit we've come to expect from Tucker. Getting into position for the rebound and getting some points out of it.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. And the basket by Lillard.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
Here's Tucker. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 6 assists in the game.
Oh, the brute strength of Tucker. So effective at pushing through whatever the defense throws his way.
Buries the long-range jumper.
That gives him his second 3 of the half with 3 total for the game.
Here is Forbes. Right side, Portis. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest. And the Bucks with some changes. Giannis, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. And Antetokounmpo subbed in for Pat Connaughton. And Lillard is going to pick up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And so it's Milwaukee now, trailing by 13. The shot by Holiday, no good. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. And McCollum the bucket on the assist from Jones. Jones has got 3 assists in the game. For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go.
He's not an easy man to stop, but he's attacking the basket. The D doing everything he can.
Basket good. And the Trailblazers lead by 17.
You can't forget about McCollum from there, proving once again that he's not just a jump shooter.
Holiday dishes to Antetokounmpo. Outside, Antetokounmpo, and stolen by Lillard. Now Covington. Lillard outside. From deep. It's rebounded by Portis. Bucks trail by 17. Holiday finds Portis. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Stolen by McCollum. Lillard with it. Now guarded by Antetokounmpo. Great communication on the alley-oop.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up the score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
And Portland making a change here. Powell's checked in. Here's Giannis. Holiday, the pass to Portis. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That is his 1st foul of the game. Stolen by Kanter. Lillard outside. And it's been said that history is written by the victor. Certainly holds true in sports, don't you think, Greg? And with that in mind, you think titles are overvalued when evaluating the great players, individual players in history?
You know, Kevin, I think so. Having said that, I think championships do matter, obviously, in the NBA, in basketball in general. One guy can have more impact, right? Because you only play 5 and you play both ways. So it does have something to say, but I don't think that completes the narrative. You know, there's some tremendously talented guys, Karl Malone, Elgin Baylor, Patrick Ewing, Allen Iverson, a lot of greats who never won it. It's easy to count those rings. The measuring greatness has to take in the whole picture.
Hall of Famers, all of them. So it's both teams making substitutions here. They need this one. Here's Lopez. Lost contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
The strength of Lopez. I mean, he's fantastic at cutting through the contact and converting.
Little, he's checked in for Portland. Get 43 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Out to the right wing from downtown. The rebound by the Bucks.
Now, you don't see that very often. A wide open 3 is usually like a layup for him.
Lopez kicks it to Tucker. A leaner. And again, the Bucks miss.
Look, he's his own worst enemy right there. I mean, he has time, he has room, and for some reason, he shoots a leaner.
Here's Simons. Teague covering. Here's Simons. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
games. Now, that would be an idea that I would be willing to try to get some traction for.
And it's going to be the Trailblazers off the tip. Now Lillard. We're going to see plenty of tonight. These two teams can do it.
No doubt, Kevin. It can really add a dimension to your offense, and it creates different rotations defensively, especially when you've got someone down low that's going to demand a double team. And so I'm interested to see, in essence, some old school basketball in terms of how teams rotate out of that post.
I am too. So the Nets starting five. They've got Harris, Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Durant, and it's Jordan in at the center. And now Portland on the break. Here's Lillard. And that one, good.
They start that play with aggressive defense, finish with aggressive offense.
Well, a lot of times coaches will tell you that if you play great defense, you're going to get a reward. It was a good possession all the way around.
Here is Harden, following the score by Damian Lillard. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Powell, drops in the breakaway layup.
And that's how you do it. Impressive play, explosive finish.
Yeah, sweet finishes like that, you see everybody get up. Look at the guys on the bench. They're fired up.
Now, here is Harden. He's a guy that can score, no doubt, averaging over 25 points a game.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket. And the league's preeminent practitioner of the step-back three, James Harden, is as good as it gets. And, you know, like the skyhook, an unguardable shot. And paired with his dribble drive, a two-move torture chamber.
Beautiful assist in transition. They beat the defense down the floor. The ball always wins.
Harden against Lillard. Irving with the steal. And now the fast break. Durant with the ball. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Lobs it up for Jordan. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Yeah, how many times do we see highlights like this? DeAndre Jordan loves bringing the hammer.
And thanks to that step back, Harden already the all-time leader in unassisted three-point shots.
And not to mention four-point plays. And up until recently, teams built elaborate offenses to create their three-point looks. Harden the first to do it one-on-one with volume and efficiency.
Now here is Harris. After the miss from Damian Lillard. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Covington. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. McCollum.
He's just a hard guy not to foul. C.J. McCollum is so versatile as a scorer, you never know which move he's going to go to.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And the first one at the line is good. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Jones checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Lillard. And then for Brooklyn, Griffin's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for Harris. And it's Brown in for James Harden. And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Melo has to be in position for plays like that. That time, perfect position.
Nets trail by 4. Here's Irving, coming off 31 points last game. Green inside, working on Jones. Shots good by Green.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Kicks it out to McCollum. And he converts the layup.
Well, McCollum undersized at his position, at least in terms of his strength. but he can play that way because he competes. That's a tough one there.
Now here's Green. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Denver, and they call an illegal screen here.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Gotta hold firm or you're gonna get a call.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for the Nets. Here's Simons, covered by Irving. McCollum outside. Here's Cantor, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Kevin Durant.
And truth is, Cantor is a fairly high percentage shooter inside. Sometimes better in this case to send him to the line.
And Cantor drops them both. 51 seconds left here in the first quarter. Now Irving, averaging around 27.5 points a game, one of the best in the league. Griffin, and Griffin stays with it.
Well, Griffin is going to come to the game with a certain attitude, and nights like this where he's going after domination, he can be dangerous.
Here's Simons, 4-point game. 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Irving with it. Off target with his 3.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
Passes it to Simons. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the... Damian Lillard told us before the game when asked how he stays so...
Humble beginnings. You know, I'm from...
Well, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a 5-star prospect to achieve your dreams.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Brown. He's out there with Harden. Harris is out there with Griffin. And it's Claxton in at the 4-man position. Here's what Portland's going with right now. Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. And Robert Covington subbed in for Jones. And the Nets also making a change. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Blake Griffin. Powell dishes to Lillard. It's good. Lillard's got the lead up to 8 now for the Trailblazers.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Harden against Lillard. Harden, that's good. Harden's got his second bucket tonight.
And one of the most creative scorers the league has to offer. Harden specializes in sinking those tough shots.
Three-pointer, Lillard buries it from three-point range.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Harden scanning the floor. Powell with the steal. And now Lillard pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Aggressive and incredibly quick end-to-end. Lillard is always a threat on the fast break.
And towards the end of the season, Brent, we're seeing lottery teams give their young guys even more minutes.
And sometimes there's those games where young guys are getting opportunity to play. Coaching staffs are having an opportunity to evaluate their young talent. And there's always that spoiler game where the young guys step up and beat a team they're not supposed to, and how that kind of confidence can carry over.
Lillard against Harden. Lillard attacking. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
The Nets making a switch here. Green's checked in.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for him. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The fast break chance. Count that one. Jordan's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Here's Covington, and Jordan sends it back.
And Jordan, a defensive stalwart, crushing the opposition with his shot blocking. And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
Harris outside. That 3 off the mark. Trailblazers leading by 9. Here's Covington, and the dunk by Covington.
Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
Harden outside. Pops it up for Jordan. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Harden against Lillard. And there's the pass to Powell. 1:15 left in the second quarter. 5 on the clock. Nurkic, the pass to Lillard. Drops in the layup for 2. Lillard's got 15 points.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
Pass to Jordan. Shoots over Nurkic. Jordan's shot is off. Trailblazers leading by 11. Powell with it. Picked up by Brown. The shot by Powell, no good. Powell with the steal. And the dunk by Covington.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Now, here is Harden. He's a guy that can score, no doubt, averaging over 25 points a game. Green, the pass to Jordan. Nurkic with the steal. Here's Powell. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
The Trailblazers have been at their finest 4 at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Pass to Green. The kick out to Irving. Can they get it? And that would have counted, but his shot was... Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. Looks like this could be an upset. Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He ended up with 17 points and 1 assist. It is all happening for him so far tonight. An incredible first half performance. And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
Yeah, almost inviting contact, that attack mentality on full display.
The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. McCollum against Irving. Fires from deep, and the 3-ball is good. Irving's got 5 points so far.
Well, he's seeing everything right now. Fantastic job pulling the trigger when he's open.
Lillard fires away from way outside, and he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Here's Harden. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. Durant's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Lillard against Jordan. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And now Irving pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Finished off the break. He has 7.
Kyrie's such a blur in the open court. Leaks out so quickly and then gets to the right spot in transition.
Harden against Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot. Greg frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Irving against McCollum. A shot by Jordan, no good.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Powell dishes to Covington, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. A different look now for Portland. Dennis Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic, and Jones subbed in for Powell. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Jordan. And here's Irving. He's got 7 for the 3. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And it's McCollum off the drive. And yes, it's good. McCollum's got his 2nd bucket.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here. Claxton, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Just, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
Showing off the agility and quickness. Covington knows where to get when the break is on.
Irving from long range sinks the triple. Irving's got 8 here in the quarter. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. And on the way from Irving for 3. Unable to get that one. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. It's an 18-point lead. And there's the call on Jones. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Anthony's checked in for the Trailblazers. And Fernie Simons comes in for Damian Lillard. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Green comes in for Joe Harris. Tries from 10, and Irving with the basket on the assist from Harden. Irving's got 10 points in just the second half. Here's Simons, guarded by Harden. McCollum outside. Passes to Simons. The shot, no good. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. A finish, and Kanter throws it down.
Well, Kanter with a hustle play there, making more of an effort to beat the defense down the floor in transition.
KD on the wing, covered by Anthony. Yes, that goes in.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up got to fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Here's Simons. No good on the last second attempt there. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Portland. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for the Nets getting the fourth quarter going. Durant is out there with Green. Then there's Griffin. Then it's Harden. And it's Irving at the shooting guard. Powell kicks to Anthony. The pass to Cantor. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 15.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Harden up top. Outside Irving. Fires the three. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts. Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Powell against Irving. Shoots the three. Again, Irving missing.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Griffin. Portland grabs the miss. Cantor's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Irving, good.
And what a turnaround from the first half. I mean, he's been incredible here in the second half.
Trailblazers leading by 15. Simons surveying the D. Feeds it to Cantor. Nurkic trying to get open. The layup off target. Nets have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. That one good for 2.
And Kyrie doing a good job of just setting everybody up, making sure there's a great pace and tempo to each possession offensively.
Here's Simons, guarded by Harden. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite level passer.
Pass to Cantor. Here's Nurkic, guarded by KD. It's hauled in by Kevin Durant. Nets trail by 13. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Lillard's checked in. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Brooklyn. Left side, KD, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Durant's got 4 this quarter.
Well, Kevin Durant over the past couple seasons has been in the top 5 as the best mid-range shooters in the league.
1:27 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Inside, Anthony, and it's Anthony with the jam.
Yeah, the vision's one thing, but the timing also helps. Lillard prepared to get the ball to his teammate.
It's Durant on the wing. Launches it. A rebound by Simons.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Anthony, the pass to Nurkic, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. So for the Trailblazers, Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Robert Covington comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And McCollum subbed in for Anthony Simons. And the Nets also making a change. Harris is checked in.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Trailblazers.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And this will make it 41 victories for them on the year.
And you could tell they were ready for this one today, guys. There was something extra on the line, and they wanted it.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Damian Lillard.
Well, those points he had tonight, all critical, all from energy and activity. He just never seemed to stop.
And Lillard gets it to go.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they...
Let's get ready for some NBA basketball. And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounding.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. We've got Jordan, Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Durant, and it's Harris in at the small forward position. And for Milwaukee, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Lopez in at the 5 spot. And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. Outside Holiday, Middleton on the wing. Back to Holiday. He's looking for Middleton and finds him. Holiday, the pass to Giannis. He can't get that one to fall. Great D that time from Durant. In the corner, Irving with it. And just about a minute into the first quarter. Banked in off the glass. Great for those teams who have overachieved in the regular season. As the playoffs are coming up, how do they ensure their success continues into the postseason?
Well, Kevin, the skeptics are still going to be out there. You just got to understand the playoffs are a different animal. You've got to be resilient and adaptable when the adversity hits, because it's going to come. And the belief system is so paramount to success of teams, especially underdog teams in the postseason. Do they have the confidence to get the job done?
For 3, Durant. The shot missing. The Bucks go the other way with it. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the suitcase if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
Here's Harris following the basket by Brook Lopez. Harden against Holiday to the paint. And Brook Lopez, the bucket on the assist by Holiday.
Brook Lopez never stops working, especially inside where he has been a force.
Durant against Giannis. KD draws the double. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. High post Lopez. Middleton outside. Floats it up for Giannis. Hands with the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. And one of the trademarks of the many best point guards in the league, their ability to score in addition to distribute. So here now a look at the top scoring point guards this season. 4th, Kyrie Irving.
And this is a group of guys who have that uncanny knack to simply score and put points up while they find ways to get the rest of the team involved. Really the complete package.
You know, they truly are. Whether it's one-on-one situations or staying within that team framework, that is a gifted group offensively. And, you know, you said it. Their ability to put up big points from the one-guard spot is what really sets them apart.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Now, here is Irving. He's coming off a 31-point game against Denver. Jordan kicks to Irving. Shot clock at 6. Back to Jordan. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
It is not easy trying to keep DeAndre Jordan off the boards. His combination of length and determination, so impressive.
Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Dante DiVincenzo. Then for the Nets, Griffin's checked in for Jordan. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Brown in for Joe Harris.
Inside, outside, Harden will attack you from anywhere. Nice play.
Portis with it. And it's Harden picking him up. Stolen by Harden. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one is on Holiday.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Forbes checked in.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work, and it pays dividends.
Here's Connaughton, covered by Irving. Passes it to Tucker. No good. Shot missing. Great tee that time from Green. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. The first free throw is good.
Injuries have taken a toll on Griffin as he's gotten older, but shouldn't take away from what he's done over the course of his career.
Bucks trail by 3. Right side, Portis. Pass to Tucker. Great tee that time from Green.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
On the wing, Brown. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Holiday with it. He kicks it to Forbes. To the inside. Griffin with the steal. That will count. No good on that one. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. It's the Nets up by 3. And we recently caught up with Drew Holiday, who talked about some trying.
Being able to go through adversity and come out stronger.
And Greg, you feel like that pressure never really got to Holiday.
One of the toughest guards in the league, mentally and physically. He's a machine that just keeps on coming, no matter the circumstances.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. Griffin is out there with Green. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then it's Harden. And it's Brown in at the 3 spot. Portis, the pass to Morrow. Shoots over Brown. Not enough on that one as it misses. Nets leading by 5. Irving from long range. Morag grabs the board.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And it's blocked by Brown. Outside Irving. And Green with the basket on the assist by Irving. Green's got the lead up to 7 now for Brooklyn.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Giannis passes to Morrow. Griffin with the steal. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Oh, Griffin in position. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Here's Nora. Milwaukee getting another chance here. Portis can't get it to go. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Back to Green. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. And now a 9-point Nets lead.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And oh, here we go with Green. Nobody back. Count the basket. Brown's got his first points of the game.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And so Milwaukee again turning it over. No points yet here in the second quarter for them. Both teams deciding to change it up. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And Harris wide open. He shoots and the Nets miss again. Bucks trail by 11. Giannis inside. Defended by Durant. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. You played with the great one and Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think 2 guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the two guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names.
Well, we've seen this 1 or 2 times, have we not? DeAndre Jordan, finishing end of the alley-oop. Nice.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
It's Durant on the wing, defended by DiVincenzo. Goes up at the stripe, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. And the Nets lead by 11.
Well, those jumpers, they might as well be layups for Kevin Durant. That's his comfort zone.
Three-pointer, drains the three-pointer. KD's got 5 points in the quarter.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Inside, got a piece of it, and stolen by Harris. Outside Durant. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by the Bucks. 35 seconds left in the first half. Harris against DiVincenzo. Milwaukee, no good that time either. And here's Brooklyn. They're on a 17-6 run. Durant wide open. He fires. Again, the Nets for 2.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Harris outside. Jacks up a 3. Doesn't go that time. And so we wrap up the first half. Nets lead. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
After one half of play, it's been a one-sided affair. Hey, everybody, welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. The period came to a close with them holding a... And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
What a menace he was on defense through the first 2 quarters. Just disrupting everything.
Well, it was about effort and anticipation. Hard to get into an offensive rhythm when you know this guy is lurking.
Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the small forward. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. And KD's got the ball here for the Brooklyn Nets. Lobs it up for Jordan. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. It'll go, and the Nets lead is cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Antetokounmpo.
Boy, this guy has been terrific. The rest of the team, however, struggling.
On the wing, Harris. Here's the 3. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got 4 rebounds in this game. Rebounded by the Nets.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Kicks it out to Harden. Harris outside. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Antetokounmpo, no good. Nets leading by 12. For 3, Harris. Harris missing again.
Boy, he cannot get anything to fall, but the teammates, boy, have they delivered.
There's the pass to Antetokounmpo, and they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending. And since last season, Doris, a lot of coaching changes. Why do you think so many?
Kevin, I think there's a lot of contributing factors. Some of it is ownership and front office changes. Whenever that happens, coaching changes are often the next shoe to drop.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Dante DiVincenzo.
Well, you can be a second-round selection and still make it in the NBA. Joe Harris, because of his commitment to work, has carved out a nice career for himself. This guy is a lights-out three-point shooter.
Portis, the pass to Tucker. And good that time. Tucker's got his first bucket of the night.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Harden against Holiday. Irving for three. That one's not going to go. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Nets leading by 10. Harris outside. And they pick up 2.
Nice to see Joe Harris add this to his game. We know he's a dangerous shooter, but go ahead and mix it up on the interior.
The Bucks have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, it's a misnomer that in the era of three-point shooting, people don't want anyone to take mid-range shots. Many of the league's elite players still thrive there. Kawhi Leonard is one, and he explained how. He said it's hard to defend guys that shoot twos. Once you get to the playoffs, it becomes a half-court game. Teams won't allow you to take wide-open shots or threes. Guys, back to you.
DA, thank you. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Brooklyn. Brooklyn's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Jeff Green on the wing. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Brook Lopez is checked in for Bobby Portis. Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Pat Connaughton. Nets leading by 12. Here's Irving. Lopez with the block.
Just superb timing. Lopez stretches out beautifully to send that back.
DiVincenzo passes to Middleton. And here's Holiday. Wants to get it to Antetokounmpo and does. The rebound by Harden.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
And arguably no one in the NBA draws more attention than Harden. Part of why he creates so many opportunities for others.
Here's Irving. Here's Claxton. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Chris Middleton. The Nets have been excellent at the free throw line here today. A flawless 6 for 6. The Nets making a switch here. Jordan's checked in, so we can't get either to fall. Bucks trail by 14. Down low. And Giannis gets it to go on the assist by Holiday. Holiday's got 4 assists now tonight. Outside, KD. Over Giannis. And the Nets miss again. And it's Middleton penetrating. Antetokounmpo can't get it to fall. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here, looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And Brooklyn looking who they've got. Harden out there with Irving. Then it's Jordan. Then it's Durant. And it's Claxton in at the four-man position. Here's Antetokounmpo. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 5 assists in the game. Outside Durant. It's good.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for Milwaukee. They trail by 14. Now the dish to Antetokounmpo. The rebound by the Nets. Jordan's got his 4th rebound in this one. Durant against DiVincenzo. Harden right side. Taken away by Holiday. Here's Antetokounmpo. It's hauled in by Claxton. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. Jordan trying to free himself up. Durant. That's good. 15 points for KD.
Woo-hoo, Kyrie Irving doing work with the pass. That's pretty.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and it's blocked by Jordan. In transition, here come the Nets. KD leading the charge. Lobs it up for Jordan. The alley-oop layup, very well done.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Back to Harden. 16 feet away. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
The Bucks working the ball around. Lopez, no luck. The Nets on offense. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. Here's KD, and it's Brooklyn scoring again.
A natural-born scorer is Kevin Durant. He puts in the time, and it pays dividends on the floor.
Knocked loose. DiVincenzo against Jordan. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Boy, a clean, close look. What a missed opportunity.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Around the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oof. Well,
wow.
I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yep, I'm going to agree with you.
I tell you, as Johnson's career has gone on, his confidence has grown exponentially. Nice shot there.
Yep, that one goes.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Here's Luwawu. Offline with his 3. Bucks trail by 20.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Nets.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so checking out their season record, this game will become their 45th win.
and they're going to bring this season series to an end with a very nice victory here today. These teams spent a lot of time on the floor together this year.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for KD.
Boy, forget about his stats for a second, right? What impressed me most was his stamina. It seemed like he was involved in every play. And with that kind of activity, I don't know how you don't wear down.
And the Bucks making a change here. Portis is checked in. And another turnover here by Brooklyn. And so it's Milwaukee with it. It's an 18-point game. Here's Nora. They get it back. Nice shot by Portis.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And it's Shamet missing. To the middle. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Boy, it'll take more than that to stop Jeff Teague. Just determined to score despite any obstacle.
And here is Shamet. Shoots from the elbow. No good. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. They came in here and took care of business like, all right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke.
You